An extinct language is a language that no longer has any speakers, or that is no longer in current use. Extinct languages are sometimes contrasted with dead languages, which are still known and used in special contexts, in written form, but not as ordinary spoken languages for everyday communication. However, language extinction and language death are often equated. Language loss. Sisters Maxine Wildcat Barnett, left, and Josephine Wildcat Bigler, two of the final surviving elderly speakers of Yuchi, visiting their grandmother's grave in a cemetery behind Pickett Chapel in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. According to the sisters, their grandmother had insisted that Yuchi be their native language. Normally the transition from a spoken to an extinct language occurs when a language undergoes language death, while being directly replaced by a different one. For example, some Native American languages were replaced by English, French, Portuguese, Spanish, or Dutch as a result of colonization. In contrast to an extinct language, which no longer has any speakers, a dead language may remain in use for scientific, legal, or ecclesiastical functions. Old Church Slavonic, Classical Armenian, Avestan, Coptic, Biblical Hebrew, New Testament Greek, G'', Artamagadi, Pali, Sanskrit, and Latin are among the many dead languages used as sacred languages. Courses and active teachings still exist for these, as well as Egyptian hieroglyphs and Maya script. Sometimes a language that has changed so much that linguists describe it as a different language, or different stage, is called extinct, as in the case of Old English, a forerunner of modern English. But in such cases, the language never ceased to be used by speakers, and as linguists' subdivisions in the process of language change are fairly arbitrary, such forerunner languages are not properly speaking extinct. A language that currently has living native speakers is called a modern language. Ethnologue records 7,358 living languages known. Hebrew is an example of a nearly extinct spoken language, by the first definition above, that became a lingua franca, and a liturgical language that has been revived to become a living spoken language. There are other attempts at language revival. In general, the success of these attempts has been subject to debate, as it is not clear they will ever become the common native language of a community of speakers. It is believed that 90% of the circa 7,000 languages currently spoken in the world will have become extinct by 2050, as the world's language system has reached a crisis and is dramatically restructuring. Globalization, development, and language extinction. As economic and cultural globalization and development continue to push forward, growing numbers of languages will become endangered and eventually extinct. With increasing economic integration on national and regional scales, people find it easier to communicate and conduct business in the dominant lingua francas of world commerce: English, Chinese, Spanish, and French. In their study of contact-induced language change, American linguists Sarah Gray Thomason and Terence Kaufman state that in situations of cultural pressure, where populations must speak a dominant language, three linguistic outcomes may occur. First, and most commonly, a subordinate population may shift abruptly to the dominant language, leaving the native language to a sudden linguistic death. Second, the more gradual process of language death may occur over several generations. The third and most rare outcome is for the pressured group to maintain as much of its native language as possible, while borrowing elements of the dominant language's grammar, replacing all, or portions of, the grammar of the original language. Institutions such as the education system, as well as, often global, forms of media such as the Internet, television, and print media play a significant role in the process of language loss. For example, immigrants may travel from one country to another. Their children then attend school in the country, and the schools may teach them in the official language of the country rather than their native language. Recently extinct languages. Chronologically, in the 21st century. Date language family region notes February 4, 2014 Klalam Naklalam, Klalam Salish, Washington, USA, Northeast Olympic Peninsula, Port Angeles. With the death of Hazel Sampson. June 5, 2013 Livonian Livokelu Latvia, Kurzeme, west of Kaukas Rogs, 12 coastal villages, Riga area dispersed. With the death of Griselda Christina. October 2, 2012 Cromarty dialect of Scots Black Isle dialect Germanic Northern Scotland, United Kingdom, with the death of Bobby Hogg. October 24, 2010 Patsy Kulin Paz Formosan languages Taiwan, West Coast area, east of Tail, Cholin area, Huli, Fengyuan, Tanzhou, Taichung, Tungshi. With the death of Pan Jinyu. August 20, 2010 Cochin Indo-Portuguese Creole Vipin Indo-Portuguese Portuguese Base Creole Southern India. A few Christian families on Vipin Island, in the city of Cochin, Kochi, in Kerala. With the death of William Rosario. January 26, 2010 Akabobo and Andaman Islands, India, east central coast of North Andaman Island, North Reef Island. With the death of Boa Sr. 2009 Yawaji Pamanayungan Australia, northeast Queensland, Herbert and south to Herbert River headwaters, to Kashmir, at Ravenshoe, Milamila and Woodley, east to Tully Falls. With the death of Willie Seaton. November 2009 Akakorakora and Andaman Islands, India, northeast and north-central coasts of North Andaman Island, Smith Island. With the death of Burrow. By 2009 Pataxo Hahahe unclassified Brazil, Minas Gerais and Bahia States, Pasto Paraguas Suanitabuna municipality. Shifted to Portuguese. January 21, 2008 Taiakai, YA, Cunardine, Alaska, USA, Copper River mouth. With the death of Marie Smith Jones. C.2008. By Diara Bithara Pamanayungan, Queensland, Australia, between Tambo and Augathela, Wargo, and Langlo rivers. 20 speakers found in 1981, effectively extinct by 2008 C.2006. Apukikor and Andaman Islands, India, Strait Island. 10 or fewer speakers found in 2006, was reportedly spoken by 8 of total population of 53 individuals on Strait Island. 2005 Osage Sioux in Oklahoma, USA, with the death of Lucille Rubedo. 2003 Akala Samyakil, Babino, Babinskaya Kola Peninsula, Russia. Murmanskaya Oblast, Southwest Kola Peninsula. With the death of Maria Sergina May. 2002 Gagaria Abidal, Gaganya, Kakadu, Kakakta, Kakdu on Arnhem Land Languages Northern Territory, Australia, and Peli. With the death of Big Bill Nainu. 2000 Sawamaleo Polynesian Pentecost Island, Vanuatu, with the death of Maurice Dobby. C.2000 Lowell Abu Trans New Guinea Papua New Guinea, Central Province, north and west of Loa. 1 speaker found in 1987 C.2000 Mesmi Semitic Ethiopia, Edebub by Harak by Harris and Nehizbach State, Grij, Hadia, and Kambata zones. Last speaker was interviewed by Language Survey Team, age ~80. He had not spoken the language for 30 years.